Intro to ASL, Lesson 14. Time, calendars, and numbers 1 through 31. Time. Time. So for time, you're going to make an S hand shape with your non-dominant hand, palm down, and with a 1 hand shape, you're just going to point where a watch would be. Time. Time. Hour. You are going to make a flat hand shape with your non-dominant hand, like the face of a clock. And with a 1 hand shape, you're going to start at 12 and move all the way around. Hour. Minute or second. So for this side, you are going to start with your index finger pointing like this at the top of your flat hand, and you're just going to tick it forward once. Minute or second. Morning. So you're going to make a horizon with your hand palm down in front of you. And then you are going to just make a cupped shape with your dominant hand. Put your fingers in your dominant elbow and move your arm up like the sun rising. Morning. Morning. Noon. Same placement of your arm of your non-dominant hand, and then your dominant hand elbow is just going to tap on your fingertips. The sun is right up above you at noon. Noon. Afternoon. For this middle part of your arm is going to lean up against your fingertips, like the sun is partway down, but not all the way yet. Afternoon. Afternoon. And night. This, you're going to make a cupped hand shape, and you're just going to dip it over the edge of your fingers. Night. So your fingers are going to be sitting on your wrist. I'm just going to push down just like night. The sun goes down at night. All night. For this sign, you're going to start your hand here and then move it under your arm all night. All night. All night. Day. Arm non-dominant hand, palm down, just like that. And you are going to make a 1 hand shape. Put your elbow on your fingertips and move your arm down. Day. Day. All day. For this, it's going to be very similar to day, except you're going to use a more of a 5 hand shape, closed 5, and you move that down, open B. All day. You kind of start it a little more away from your arm, like all day. All day. Today, or now, you're going to make 2 Y hand shapes with your palms up and just move them down slightly. Today. Give them a little. Today. Now. Tomorrow. A hand shape. Your fingers are going to be turned towards your face. The side of it like this, dominant hand. And then you're just going to move your hand forward. So it kind of flips a little. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Because tomorrow is in the future, so it goes forwards. Tomorrow. Yesterday. With the same A hand shape, you're going to tap down on your jawline and then up closer on your jawline near your ear. Yesterday. Yesterday. Or this can also be signed with a Y hand shape. Yesterday. So yesterday or yesterday. Soon. F hand shape, palm down. Your fingers are going to tap on your chin and you're going to make a ooh mouth shape. Soon. Later. L hand shape by the side of your head. And kind of like tomorrow, you're going to move it forwards. Later. Later. During or while. So you're going to make two one-hand shapes. You're going to set them on your dominant shoulder. So your dominant hand is a little bit higher than your non-dominant hand, just like that. And then these are just going to move straight forward. So just like that. During or while. During. While. Since. All right, so you're going to put your hands in the same place as you did for during or while, but instead of moving straight out, they are going to drop down. Since. 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 Okay. Calendar. Calendar / schedule. So you are going to make your non-dominant hand into a piece of paper. Then make a 4-hand shape with your dominant hand. And with your fingertips, you're going to draw columns down your page. Then flip it, and with your nails, you are going to draw rows across your page. So down, and then across your palm. Calendar or schedule. Monday. For Monday, you are going to make the letter M, turn it so your palm is facing you, and move it in little circles. Circles are they're kind of moving like this way, but it also goes back and forth a tiny bit just because of the nature of how your hand moves. So, Monday. Tuesday, you're going to make the letter T, turn your palm towards you, and move that in the same little circles. Tuesday. Tuesday. Wednesday, a W, palm facing you. You're going to move it in circles. Wednesday. Wednesday. For Thursday, since T is already Tuesday, you're going to say T and then move into an H hand shape for the th. T, H, and move your H in little circles. So T, H, circles. Thursday. Thursday. Friday. Make an F hand shape. Turn it palm towards you and move it in little circles. Friday. Saturday, S hand shape with your thumb across your fingers. Turn it palm towards you and move it in circles. All right, now Sunday doesn't fit that little circly pattern at all. What you're going to do for Sunday is the same sign as wonderful. You can think of it like you are just double high-fiving God and Jesus on Sundays. You know, you come in, you're like, whoa, high-fiving. Sunday. Sunday. So up high, down low, Sunday. Week. All right, so like you had for month, get your little calendar page ready, not for month, for calendar/schedule. So paper hand, you're going to make a 1 hand shape. Start it at the back of your hand and slide it towards your fingertips. Week. Week. Next week, and in 2 to 9 weeks. So for next week, you're going to assign week. It's going to start at the back of your hand, move to your fingertips, but then it's going to come off of your fingertips and move forwards. So this week, next week, next week. If it is in 2 weeks, you're going to start with a 2 hand shape, slide it along and move it in front. 2 weeks. A 3 for 3 weeks. 4 weeks. 5 weeks. 6 weeks. 7 weeks. 8 weeks. 9 weeks. If you're going to go above 9 weeks, at that point you would sign 10 week from now, 11 week from now. Last week. All right, so week, next week. And for last week, you're going to start at the back of your hand, slide to your fingertips and go off, but then you're going to go backwards into the past. Last week. Last week. And then for 2 to 9 weeks ago, same concept as the next week. So you're going to do 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So as you move into the past, your palm turns towards behind you. So you go from palm out to palm in. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago. And if you were doing 10 weeks ago, you would go 10 weeks. Last week, or maybe week, and moving into more of a past hand shape, not a numerical one. So yep, that's that. All right, month. So for month, you're going to make 2 one-hand shapes. Turn your non-dominant hand so your palm is facing your dominant side. So it's facing my right. And then take your dominant finger, turn it sideways. It's going to go on the back, so on your side of your finger, and drag down. Month. 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 Month abbreviations. So for all of the different months, if you're talking about them specifically, you're just going to spell their abbreviations. So let's go through that real quick. January, J-A-N. February, F-E-B. March, M-A-R. April, A-P-R. May, M-A-Y. June, J-U-N. July, J-U-L. August, A-U-G. September, S-E-P-T. October, O-C-T. November, N-O-V. And December, D-E-C. So really you just need to know spelling, know the ASL alphabet, and know just pretty much normal monthly abbreviations. Year. For year, you're going to make 2 fists. Your non-dominant hand is going to be the sun. Sun. And your dominant hand is going to be like the earth. So your dominant hand is going to start on top. It is going to move forwards and back around and land back on top, like the earth goes around the sun once every year. 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 next year, and more. So for next year, instead of going around in a circle, you are just going to move forwards and pop one finger out for 1 year. So 1 year from now, next year, next year. If it is talking about 2 years from now, you're going to pop out 2 fingers. So 2 years in the future, 3 years in the future, 4 years in the future, 5 years in the future, 6 years in the future, 7 years in the future, 8 years in the future, 9 years in the future. So for future, again, it's moving forwards, next week, next year. And then for the past, we'll be moving backwards, last week, last year. So starting dominant hand on top of your non-dominant hand, and it's just going to move backwards, point back behind you, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. All right, seasons, spring. So for spring, non-dominant hand flat, palm down. This is like the ground. You're going to make a pinched O hand shape with your palm facing you and put it behind your hand. And it's going to push up and bloom like a flower or a plant. Spring. 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 Summer. You are going to make a one hand shape, put it on your forehead. You're going to drag it towards your dominant side while you kind of crunch your finger like you're wiping sweat off your brow. Summer. Summer. Fall. So you are going to make, it's not quite a tree shape, it's kind of a slightly fallen down tree with a flat hand shape. With a 5 hand shape, that's going to be your leaf. You're going to just set that here on your arm and move it down like the leaves are falling. Fall. Fall. And for winter, you'll just sign cold. Winter. Or it is sometimes signed with W's, winter, winter, the 2 W handshakes, and signing like cold, winter. Alrighty, numbers 1 through 31. Why 1 through 31? For the days of the month. All right, 1, 2, 3 with your thumb, 4, 5, 6, thumb and pinky together, 7, 8, 9, 10, shaky thumbs up, 10. All right, for 11, you are going to make a 1 hand shape. You're going to curl it under, tuck it under your thumb a little bit, and you can flick it out. 11. 1, 1. 11. The numbers 11 through 15 all have that same flicking motion going on. They 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 11. 12, you're going to put 2 fingers out, so your index finger and your middle finger. Make sure that your thumb is tucked in, and you are just going to wiggle those. 12. 12. For 13, you're going to pop your thumb out, so you have 3 fingers. 13. 13. Just your fingers wiggling, not your thumb. 13. For 14, you're going to put your thumb in and 4 of your fingers up and together and give those a wiggle. 14, 14. See, my thumb is tucked in, 14. For 15, you're going to pop your thumb out. So you have all 5 of your fingers with your fingers together. You're going to sign 15, 15, 15. For the numbers 16 through 19, you're going to be making the number, like making a 6, and giving it a shake. So 6, pinky and thumb together, give it a shake. Just 1, 2. For 17, 7, shake, shake. 8, shake, shake. 18, 18. 9, 19, 19. Okay. For 20, you are going to make a 2 hand shape with 2 fingers, but using your index finger and your thumb instead of the usual 2 hand shape. You are going to put your fingers together so they make a 2 and then an O, a 0. 20. 20. 21. You're going to make that L hand shape and you're going to give your thumb a wiggle. 21. 21. For 22, you're going to make this 2 hand shape and you are going to double tap it. You're going to tap down once, move it over, tap it again. It's 2D2, 22, 22, a 2, and then a 2 again, 22. For 23, you are going to you're going to make a 3 hand shape and your middle finger is going to wiggle, 23. So there's a 2 and a 3 in this number, and it's kind of showing both at the same time, 23, 23. 24, you're going to make a 2 hand shape with the L and move it over slightly to your dominant side and change it into 4, 24, 24, 24. For 25, this is where that 25 hand shape comes from. You know, this one. Okay, and you are just going to give your middle finger a wiggle. 25, 25. And this is kind of like, you know, here's the 2 and then here's the 5, 25, 25. 26, you're going to make a 2 hand shape with the L, move it over to the right and into 6, 26, 26. 27, move from the 2 into the 7, 27. 28, moving from the 2 into the 8, 28. 29, move from the 2 into the 9, 29. For 30, you're going to make a 3 and put your fingers together so it makes a 0, 30, 30. 3, 0, 30, 30. And the last number, 31. So you're just going to do 3, move it slightly over to your dominant side, and change your hand shape to 1, 3, 1, 31. All right, good job. That is it for this lesson. Practice those numbers a couple times. These are some super helpful and important signs, but good work. Keep practicing.